Hi guys, so I'm Adib and Azman with metric number AS010590. I will be the first presenter of the group and I will be telling you guys about the testers.
I'm Lailatul Saadiah and I will present about the production of sperm, the spermatogenesis process, and the anatomy of a mated sperm.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zulaikha binti Roslan and my metric number is AS010726 and I will explain about the penis and male orgasm under the topic human male reproductive system.
Hi guys, so I'm Myra Safia binti Adino with my metric number AS10682 will be the fourth presenter in the group. I will present to you guys about the hormonal regulation in males. In this presentation, they are divided to three parts. The first one is the hormonal control of the testes. Do you guys know that hypothalamus has the ultimate function to control testes? Secondly, I will present to you guys about the male hormone and its function. And lastly, I will present to you guys about the secondary sex characteristic in males.
For the first subtopic of human male reproductive system, we have the testes. So the testes ni adalah primary sex organ, or we call as gonads. So the testes ni adalah plural bagi testis. So kalau single kita bagi testis. So then the testes ni adalah suspended within the sacs of scrotum. So dia support oleh kantung scrotum. So function utama bagi testis adalah untuk menghasilkan sperm dan juga menghasilkan male sex hormone. And sperm produced in the testes mature within the epididymis. Maturation seems to be required for sperm to swim to the egg. And once the sperm have matured, they enter the duct difference, or we call as ductus differens. Then sperm may be stored for a time in vasa differenia. Okay then, for the birth control, the vasa differenia are served or blocked in surgical form called as vasectomy. So vasectomy ni akan menyebabkan sperm unable to continue and complete their journey through the male reproductive tract. So apa yang berlaku, dia akan mengalami phagocytize and destroy by macrophage. Okay, lastly, dekat testis ni juga dia boleh mengalami testicular cancer, iaitu the common cancer in young men between age 15 and 34. So the cure rate is high if early treatment is received. Okay. For the male reproductive system punya structure, we have the first one, the testes. So function the testes ni adalah untuk produce sperm and juga sex hormone macam yang saya cakap tadi. Then we have epididymis. So function epididymis ni adalah untuk site bagi kematangan sperm dan juga simpan sebahagian sperm kat sini. Next we have vasa differentia. So function ni adalah conduct and store sperm. So kat sini adalah tempat yang utama untuk kita simpan sperm. Then seminal vesicle, prostate glands and bulbourethral glands. So function dia semua adalah sama, for contribute fluid to semen. Next we have urethra. So function urethra ni for conduct sperm and also urine, for urinate. And lastly we have penis. So penis ni adalah organ of copulation. Okay guys, so next for the testis and sperm. Okay, for A adalah keratan rentas bagi testis, di mana dia nak tunjukkan yang kat dalam testis ni contain seminiferal tubule. Next, B adalah yang biru tu adalah keratan rentas bagi seminiferal tubules, di mana dekat yang biru ni berlakunya spermatogenesis. Okay, next, C adalah diagrammatic representation of spermatogenesis yang mana berlaku dekat wall of tubules. Spermatogenesis ni akan diterangkan lebih lanjut oleh saudari Laila. Okay, next we have structure of sperm, di mana sperm has a head, a middle piece and lastly a tail for swimming, and the nucleus in the head which is kept by the enzyme containing chromosome. Okay, that's all from me. I will invite saudari Laila for continuing our presentation. Thank you.
The first subtopic is the production of sperm. Production of sperm occur at seminiferous tubules. It has approximately 250 meters long. It has a very long length because to provide a large amount of space for sperm development. Next, we proceed to spermatogenesis process. The process starts when the spermatogonia divide to produce primary spermatocyte. Primary spermatocyte contains 2 n number of chromosomes. Primary spermatocyte move away from the outer wall, increase in size and undergo meiosis I to produce secondary spermatocyte. Each of the secondary spermatocyte has only 23 chromosomes. Then, secondary spermatocyte will undergo meiosis II to produce 4 spermatids with the same number of chromosomes, which is 24 for every of them. Spermatids then differentiate to become sperm. Spermatogenesis process needs help from the Sertoli cell to support and nourish the developing sperm. The process takes approximately 74 days to complete one cycle. A matured sperm will have 3 distinct parts, which is head, a middle piece and a tail. The middle piece contains mitochondria to provide energy for the movement of the tail, which is a flagellum. Microtubules in the sperm tail form the characteristic 9+2 pattern. The head contains a nucleus covered by a cap called the acrosome. The acrosome stores enzymes needed to penetrate the thick membrane surrounding the egg. So I will pass the presentation to Anis.
Okay, for the penis and male orgasm, the penis has a long shaft and enlarged tip called glans penis, which is covered by foreskin. Okay, and for male, dia akan buat satu kaedah, which is male circumcision, which is surgical removal of foreskin, and this method is less likely to acquire STDs and AIDS. Maksudnya kalau laki yang buat circumcision ni, removal of their foreskin, dia akan risiko dia kurang untuk terkena STD atau AIDS. Okay, and next for sexual arousal, autonomic nerve akan release nitric acid, and this stimulus will lead to the production of CGMP, which is cyclin guanosine monophosphate. CGMP ni adalah type of second messenger that similar to CAMP. Okay, CGMP ni will causes smooth muscle of incoming arterial walls to relax and the erectile tissue to fill with blood. Okay, next for semen, which is seminal fluid. Ciri-ciri dia thick and whitish fluid that contains sperm and secretions from seminal vesicles, prostate gland and bulbourethral glands. Okay, next is seminal vesicles. Seminal vesicles ni pair, ada sepasang. Dia lie at base of the bladder and each has ducts that joins with a vas deferens. Seminal vesicles ni secrete a thick viscous fluid contains nutrients which is fructose untuk kegunaan sperm bila sperm tu pass from vasa deferentia into the ejaculatory ducts, and the fluid contain prostaglandins that stimulate smooth muscle contraction along the male and female reproductive tracts. Okay, and then for prostate gland ni adalah single and donut-shaped gland that surrounds the upper portion of urethra, and prostate gland ni akan secrete a milky alkaline fluid untuk activate ataupun untuk increase pergerakan sperm. Okay, last for bulbourethral glands, size dia kecil je, which is pea-sized organs that lie posterior to the prostate on each side of the urethra. They produce a clear viscous secretion known as pre-ejaculate, and secretion ni adalah yang first untuk masuk dalam urethra untuk bersihkan urethra tu daripada lebihan asidik dalam urine. Okay, as sexual stimulation intensifies, ejaculation may occur. And then dekat sini ada dua fasa of ejaculation ni. Okay, for the first phase of ejaculation, which is emission. Waktu emission ni, the spinal cord sends sympathetic nerve impulses to the epididymis and vasa differential, and then their muscular walls will contract, causing sperm to enter the ejaculatory duct. And waktu ni, the seminal vesicles, prostate gland and bulbourethral glands akan release diorang punya secretions. Okay, for the second phase of ejaculation, which is expulsion, waktu ni rhythmical contraction of muscles at the base of the penis and within the urethral wall will expel semen in spurt from the opening of the urethra. And during ejaculation, the urinary bladder sphincter normally contracts, and waktu ni tak ada semen yang akan masuk dalam bladder. Okay, and for your information, the contraction that expel semen from the penis adalah sebahagian daripada male orgasm, and the physiological and psychological sensations that occur at the climax of sexual stimulation. Okay, and for physiological reaction of both male and female orgasm involve the genital organs, which is the reproductive organs, and associated muscles as well as the entire body. Okay, and in male, following ejaculation or loss of sexual arousal, the penis will return to its flaccid state, and after ejaculating, males typically experience a period of time, and tempoh masa ni kita panggil refractory period. Refractory period ni adalah which stimulation does not bring about an erection. Okay, and tempoh refractory period ni meningkat mengikut umur. Okay, and then an average male akan release 2 hingga 5 mil of semen during orgasm, and the ejaculated semen of a normal male contain di antara 50 dan 150 juta sperm per mil. Maksudnya dalam one ejaculation akan ada lebih daripada 400 million sperm will release. Okay, and then lelaki kalau ada mengalami low sperm concentration, iaitu kepekatan sperm yang rendah, akan mengalami oligozoospermia. Oligozoospermia ni maksud dia lelaki tu mempunyai kurang daripada 15 juta sperm per mil of ejaculate, and disebabkan satu je sperm yang selalunya akan masuk dalam egg female, lelaki yang mengalami bilangan sperm yang rendah ni still boleh fertile the egg. Okay, and then for erectile dysfunction, which is ED, formerly called impotency, is the inability to achieve or maintain an erection that's suitable for sexual intercourse. And ED ni may have a number of causes, including any condition that affect blood flow, and certain medication or illicit drugs, and psychological factors. And that's all from me.
So next, I will present about hormonal regulation in males. Hormonal control of the testes. The hypothalamus that located at our brain has ultimate function to control of the testes sexual function. It will secretes hormone that called gonadotropin releasing hormone GnRH. GnRH which stimulates the anterior pituitary to produce two hormones, which are follicle stimulating hormone FSH and luteinizing hormone LH. FSH will stimulate the testes to produce sperm, while LH will stimulate the testes to produce testosterone. Testosterone from the interstitial cell and inhibin from the seminiferous tubules will exert negative feedback to control over the hypothalamus and the anterior pituitary. This ultimately will regulate the level of testosterone in the blood. Next, I will tell you guys about the male hormones and their function. Firstly, FSH. FSH will promote spermatogenesis in the seminiferous tubules. Spermatogenesis is the process by which haploid of the spermatozoa will develop from the germ cells in the seminiferous tubule of the testes. Secondly, inhibin. Inhibin released by the seminiferous tubule will involve in the negative feedback relationship that maintains the constant production of sperm and also testosterone. Negative feedback means that reaction that cause a decrease in function. It occurs in response to some kind of stimulus. This feedback will stabilize the function in our body system. Examples such as blood sugar regulation and also homeostasis. Thirdly, LH. LH will control the production of the androgen testosterone by the interstitial cell. What is androgen? Androgen is the main role play that will become the male traits and also reproductive activity for the male. Lastly, testosterone. Testosterone is for normal development and functioning of the organ such as testes, urethra and also penis. Testosterone will maintain the male sex characteristic. So, what is male secondary sex characteristic? Secondary sex characteristic. Secondary sex characteristics is the features that appear during puberty in humans. There are effects of testosterone that will change the male body structure. What is it? Firstly, the brain will increase the sex drive and also improve mood and confidence for the male. Secondly, red blood cell production will occur in the bone marrow. The male sex organ also will produce sperm and the prostate will grow. Other than that, for male, bone mass density maintenance will occur. males will have muscle growth and also increase in strength for the muscle. Lastly, there will be hair grow on the skin for the male. The secondary sex characteristic that we can see at the male. Firstly, males will be more taller than female. Males have a deeper voice due to the larger larynx with longer vocal cords. Adam's apple more prominent for the male. Testosterone will develop noticeable hair on the face, chest, and other regions of the body synthesized by the chemical called dihydrotestosterone. So, that's all from our group. Thank you.